All right, good morning on a frosty but otherwise beautiful morning here in West Tennessee. Got a bunch of things to get into today, like usual. As always, remind you, give the video a thumbs up. We appreciate that. If you haven't subscribed, we appreciate that as well. But let's get after it. Well, our first little update for this video will be on the cow. As you can see, the one that we pulled that calf from in the last video, you can see she's looking pretty decent. I say that, she looks rough, but she did eat pretty good this morning. We kept her up here in the barn lot. I'm gonna go ahead and turn her out there in the pasture. Go on, baby. Go on, mama. But which is where we could feed her, a little better hay, feeding her some horse hay, basically, getting her some feed. This morning was the first time she really ate good. Like, as soon as she saw me, she came up here and waited for me to throw her some feed, but still definitely weak. I don't know. I may regret turning her out, but at some point we got to let her sink or swim, more or less. Plan with her is give her a few weeks to recover from all this. If I can get this gate latched. 2, she'll make it through the antibiotic withdrawal time before we load her up and sell her, along with those 2 or 3 others that need to be culled. But been pretty happy. Hopefully she's gonna walk right over to that roll of hay and eat with those other cows. But basically we're getting ready. It's like 17 degrees this morning. Cool but dry. It's gonna be sunshiny. I think tomorrow it's getting up in the 50s, and then the next couple of days in the 60s, and then of course our dry weather is going to end. It's going to start raining with a chance even of snow by like Thursday, and highs back in the 30s by then. So need to go get some more hay. I was just counting. We still have 29 rolls in the barn, which is pretty good. That'll last us. We're feeding 5 rolls every 6 days or so. I don't know, you can do the math probably faster than I can. But we're not gonna have enough to get us through, the winter, and when we have grazing, certainly with those 29. So plans to do that this morning. First, well, I'm gonna let the horses out. This will be next thing. Take care of my hay this morning. And then we're gonna go, plan is to get some hay. I talked to a friend last night. It's got some older hay. It's just, I guess it would have been 2020 hay. So just a year old, year and a half or so ago it was rolled, but we fed some hay older than that earlier this year. So we're gonna get a little from him and have a little more stockpile to feed these cows over these next few weeks. All right, so all the wean calves here present and accounted for, getting them a bite of breakfast. Like I say, it's dry right now. Not used to that in January around here. In the southeast. I think a couple of days this week, because I usually stop in here and feed this bunch on my way to work. And heck, I think a couple of days I didn't even change out of my work shoes. I just left the boots in the back of the Jeep. It was dry enough. As long as you didn't step in a pile of manure, you can stay clean, which I don't know that I've ever been able to do that. But over here and check on the water trough. Show you, we bought these little devices. I don't even know what they're called. The Freeze Miser. And basically it just, when the water gets below, I think like 37 degrees or something like that, it starts to drip. Been pretty happy with them. See there, it's still gonna be dripping. I cut the flow down to it a little bit at that Y, simply because it drips faster than I would prefer, and the trough really runs over more than I would like for it to. But that's that ice is gonna get up in like the low 40s today, and then tomorrow again into the 50s before it gets in the 60s there for a couple of days. But I don't know, still haven't had those things quite long enough. Jury's still a little bit out. The Brahma crosses are, for some reason, stirred up. Maybe it's me talking to a camera or whacking that ice with that stick. Why are y'all acting like idiots? And you probably can't tell from this far away, but our cow is right there, rear end towards us with her hay inside that feed, or with their head inside of the hay feeder eating. So continue to feel a little better about her prognosis again. But got the tractor started and warming up. I'm gonna move. Actually, I gotta stop at my dad and uncle's place, get some fuel, and I'm gonna drive it over to a friend's place and see if I can get somebody to give me a ride back here to get the truck and hay trailer. Try to make a few trips this morning. It is Saturday, and so we do have some family stuff to do kind of middle of the day. Daughter cheering at the youth basketball league stuff. So may get a load or two hauled before that, then may get one or two hauled this afternoon after that, and then get everything home. And yeah, and then at some point taking some hay to those weaned calves. Okay, so we hauled home, I guess 18 rolls, made 3 trips, we could get 6 on each trailer load, and got 2 here that we're bringing out here to these weaned calves. We'll get this unloaded, or get these dropped and put in the feeders. And there they come. I guess they walking, but now they're running. They've been out of hay really since this morning. You can see the sun's getting low off to the west there behind us. We've got about 30 minutes of daylight, but it's a little lower quality hay than what we've been feeding, or at least based on first appearances, a little older. So hopefully they're gonna still eat it up though. And I guess it's important to point out we are supplementing with other feed to kind of make up for sometimes a little deficiency with the hay. He went ahead and got back on the tractor, but it's a little better quality hay once you get kind of that outer weathered part off there. You can maybe appreciate, but yeah, hopefully get some feed value out of it. We'll get that one dropped and get this ring put around it. Oh yeah, they're hungry enough to at least check it out. We'll see. We'll be back down here early in the morning. See how much of those they ate on overnight. Did you have fun helping me feed? All right, so now we headed home. And another good morning to you, our second good morning for this video. But getting everybody fed, and look who's up here eating. Number 501. So starting to feel, yeah, really pretty good about her prognosis now. When we had her up in the barn lot, she really didn't want to eat any feed ever. She was nibbling on a little bit of hay, but just didn't want to feed. So today she was right here front and center wanting something to eat. So bit of a good sign. We're gonna get the rest of everybody fed. It's gonna be a beautiful day today. Yesterday was nice, but it only got up to about, I don't know, somewhere in the low 40s. Today's supposed to be in the mid 50s. We do know it's gonna be short-lived because we're expecting that next big storm system in what, about another 2.5 days. But horse is gonna get them fed. I think we may even plan on an afternoon ride, just given how nice it's gonna be, but get them up and fed and count the cows. There's one of the newest calves right there, that Hereford cow, the only one that is still not tagged. So of course you know what that means. Geese are really flying this morning. It's like the third or fourth group I've seen go over just here in the last 30 minutes. But yeah, water hose from out of the bucket. They're filling this up for the horses. Just I'm gonna turn them back out here since they're not in their stalls all day. But have some water here in the barn lot while they wait to be ridden this afternoon. But yeah, gonna be nice. We'll try to do some family time today, but also gotta get chores done. There's our little baby that we've been supplementing with the bottle, and we'll see if she'll come right up here. It's like third or fourth day we've done this. Been having to go out there in the pasture to get her. If I can ever get her trained just to come right here to the fence here at the backyard, that'd be real convenient. And that's the idea that we're ultimately going for. As she comes off the bottle, be able to hang out on the fence, do this just once a day or so, just to supplement her, because again, she still got her mom, but mom's just not doing a whole lot for her. I am pleased to see that these weaned calves did really eat on that hay pretty good that we just went and got yesterday and brought some out here to them. They ate most of that roll up, but definitely you can see the hay inside of there, and that roll was better. You know, that hay that's been sitting stored outside for, you know, well over a year, like a year and a half, coming up on 2 years now. Probably, I don't know, maybe 25% of it even is just waste, just because it's, you know, no good on the outer side, certainly on the bottom. But they're eating it. That's what matters. I figured they would. They'd be more likely to eat it even than our cows, because we have fed them just a little lower quality hay on average all year long. We're supplementing them with of course, the mixed feed that they get every day, and then the lick tubs. But again, glad to see they went ahead and did eat on it. I hadn't really started working on the other roll yet, but that is a good thing. I can't overemphasize how nice this weather is right now. I'm gonna have to come out of the vest here in a minute. It is nice, it is beautiful. We better soak it in and enjoy it. It's, looks like today's Sunday. I think it's gonna be really nice again tomorrow. And I think Tuesday afternoon, Tuesday night. Sadie, get over here. It's supposed to start raining, and pretty much chance of rain all for like 48 hours, and gets into Thursday. I think the high on Thursday is like 34, lows in the teens, and so of course it turns into a chance of snow by then. But we're gonna enjoy this nice weather while we got it. I'm getting a little hay put out, and as you can see, that is the calf with no tag. Gentle Hereford mama, right? Yeah, she about ate me for dinner the other night. It was after dark. I pulled out in the pasture with the Jeep, had them in the headlights, tagged 2 others, or 3 born that day. But that one did not get tagged. Hey, Mom. All right, I won't get no closer. No need to agitate her or risk life or limb over getting a calf tagged. We'll get a gate shut between mom and the baby sometime, and then we'll get it tagged. We get the hay put out. They still had a roll in that feeder, wasn't a big deal. That's an old roll they just won't eat, which is fine. Putting out some of these other old rolls of hay. They are already picking on some of them, so that's a good sign. But you can go ahead and put out one of those VitaFerm Conceptaid tubs too. Put the first one of them out. They still got some of the Prolix, but we'll get that done. Our afternoon family trail ride turned into just Kimber and I. Kaylin kind of woke up with a headache this morning and still is just not feeling quite right. So 2 kids with 2 ponies was more than she trusted me with. So it's just me and Kimber. But basically, we just want more of a pleasure ride than anything. We're gonna check all this grass that we planted back in, heck, I don't remember when we planted it, September, October. See, it's coming on pretty strong, looking good. Do have a lot of wild buttercup in here too, but that's okay. And we're gonna ride over on the ground we're now leasing and see how that grass is looking. It's been 7 weeks since we bought those cows and moved them off that place over here, so hopefully some of the fescue over there is starting to to jump and get out ahead. All right, so on over here on this part of the bottom, you can see still not really much of any grazing. I mean, there is no grazing right out here, which we knew it wasn't ready for cattle by a long shot. It wasn't going to be for a while. Our plan is probably on both sides of the creek here on this place. We're going to frost seed some clover in here, ideally here within just the next couple of weeks. Put the spreader behind the side by side on the back of it, and then just broadcast that. But just to try to get a little more diversity in our grazing. There is some clover in here, no doubt, but just to try to improve it. We also need to go around these fences, especially on this side of the creek. They had done a bunch of repairs on that side, but just a little bit, probably an afternoon worth of fencing is all it's going to need. The calves on these sunny days love to lay out and like play dead, which that one just raised his head up since I started filming. But I was pulling back down the driveway earlier. It was one of the newer calves laid out on the hillside over here, or more down in the bottom really. And in fact, it may have been that's the closest one to us there. The way it was laying, I mean, it looked dead. I'd already told myself, well, I must have had one, just had one, born, you know, stillborn or whatever. Climbed over the fence, walked down to it, got within about 100 feet of it, and it lifted its head up. I was like, oh my God. Yeah, so it's a relief, but yeah, these nice, bright, sunshiny, warm days, they like to kind of sunbathe out here and kind of make your heart jump in your throat when you first see them. Well, this has been an enjoyable little afternoon ride. Like I say, temperatures in the mid-50s, sun shining. We've had a good time, hadn't we? Mm-hmm. But we are headed back towards the house now. Got a few of our evening chores to get done. That'll probably about wrap it up for this video. Hope y'all tune back in. We'll see how much of that winter weather we actually get later on this week. But what do we always tell everybody?
Eat beef and God bless.
That's right. Eat beef and God bless. Y'all have a good one.